سبيل مريح تنهد يا صاحي كي تستريح وغص الدعاء الخفي
This is the water off in the coffee because I was very thirsty. And that brings us to the welcoming of this video. In a small thing, I'm kind of pushing myself to a different level and learning things myself. I just wanted to share this one with you. It's like if you just see the screen over here, where is the screen doing harm? If you see the screen over here, I am recording this one video 1:12:22 a.m. This is an AM. This is not PM. This is AM. This is AM. If you exit this out, it's AM. Okay. And I just see myself learning a lot of things and pushing the limits. If you haven't experienced something called recording things on the late night or past midnight, you should try it one time. When you try it one time, what will happen is it will give you a sense of accomplishment. When it gives you a sense of accomplishment, the success rate of your goes away. It's like it goes, it's not just goes away, it goes way and way, way beyond that you expected. And you are going to grow so faster when you have that sense of accomplishment on a regular basis. Now, I don't ask you to do it on a daily basis, but then try it sometime. It's fun because I'm having fun. Thanks so much for joining this one video. Five ultra common mistakes while creating online course as an introvert entrepreneur. Like you'll be like, हर जगह introvert क्यों डालने का? I'm like when you when I'm just talking to an introvert over here. It's like there are a lot of things we experience as introverts and we feel as introverts and we are feeling stuck because we are in this one category. And we make a lot of mistakes. We have got great superpowers and great strengths and great weaknesses. We just have to mix and match all of those cool things and boom boom bastic. Anyways, so crazy mistake that we make. Point number one, the mistake number one that you are going to probably make or you have already made in life. I have made this for my literally my mistake that I made, and I was like, okay, this is going to be common for all because it's common for everyone. Mistake number one is crazy creation loop. Think about it in this way: CCA, crazy creation loop. I did not say crazy learning loop. That's a different story altogether. Crazy creation loop. You have been creating courses. You have been scripting courses. You have been making PPTs on the courses. You are actually putting in work to create something out. But then it's loop. It's like it's a loop that you have been creating. Like you feel it's not good enough. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. That's why you're getting into the role of it. You're getting to the loop. It's like you're creating something, you're scrapping it out. You're creating the second version, you're scrapping it out. You're creating the third version, you're scrapping it out. This one story is going to be there for you for a very long time until you hit those milestones because the fourth mistake is like an imposter syndrome. I'm not going to talk about it, but the loop this is going to stay with you for a very long time. You need to overcome this. You literally need to overcome this. Like, okay, I have created one course. I'm going to go out and sell this, get the cash flow, and then redo it again. And sell it again, get the cash flow, redo it again, sell it out, get the cash flow, redo it again. This is the productive version of doing it. This is a great loop. But then when you keep on creating it and scrapping it, creating it and scrapping it, creating it and scrapping it, you are judging yourself. You are not making money. You are giving up. You are trying to quit. You will fail because you are going in the other direction, and that will slow down your process. That will actually take you back where you started. It's like going all the way to square zero. Instead, if you create something, sell something, get the cash. Create something, sell something, cash, get the cash. When you do it, this loop is great. Point number one is create, script, record, edit, watch. Not good enough, trash, create again. So that's like the loop you're going to go. You're not going to go. We are not going to do that. It's like Abdul Kalam's oath, right? I am not going to get into crazy creation loop. Say along with me. Say along with me. I'm not getting going into CCL. Crazy, crazy. Say along with me, dude. Come on. Anyways, mistake number two. The crazy creation loop was one part of it. The second part of it is the learning loop. It's like, okay, this is very different than creation. Now, here, the two things that I've jotted down for you here is the knowledge and action. The knowledge and action. These are two things together. You align these two things together and walk along. For example, if you're learning something today, create something out of it. If you're learning an integration, you do that integration. See, if you are learning like okay a framework to overcome this one mistake, implement and see how that feels. Because like one thing that I've learned when way back, say all the way back in 2013 when I was learning to ride bike the Activa, the Activa, I started to see, okay, I'm going to follow two principles. This was me way back being an accountant, way back being a coach, way back being an entrepreneur, like all the way like 9 days down the line, 9 days behind the line, not on the line. Was I need to be focusing on two things when I start learning bike. I have to observe how people do things, and I have to do things and see how it feels like. And then again, I have to observe how I do how people are driving and how people are riding, so that I can learn from them. It's like the whole world around me, I'm going to learn from them, and then I'm going to implement it. I'm going to do it and experience it. Okay, what did that person did is great. Okay, okay, he made the right turn in this way. It has to be done this way. Okay, that person did not use indicators. Okay, I'm going to use an indicator. I'm like, so when you're observing things out and when you're immediately implementing it, that's you're learning something and you're implementing it. It's like you're not getting into the learning loop. It's like, okay, I'm just learning. I'm reading this book, I'm consuming this video, this content, these blogs. You're constantly learning, which is great. But the learning is waste of time. It's not waste of time, I wouldn't say, but then it's actually over a period of time you will take the habit of taking action. But then learning is great. But think of it in this way: learning has to be one step. Learning and action has to be one step. The step number one is learn something. The step number 1.1 is going to be taking an action. Then you want to step number two. It's like it's one and the same. Point mistake number two. Mistake number three is one of the most common mistake that we all make is the perfectionism. Like I want to. What do you think I'm creating a launch series for? This is one me patting myself, and I want to. I don't want to edit much. I don't want to have cool animations. I don't want to have all those cool things. Like I was watching an influencer the other day, and he had such a great background, such a great lighting, such a great microphone on him. I was like, okay. And I went and saw my own YouTube video. I was like, oh, look, देखेंगे भी क्या? Will people even see what I'm creating? I was like, I don't care. I want to choose progress over perfection. I want to add value to people's life. You are here watching this one video not to see the way the books are, not to see how the way this plant is. You are here literally to learn things from me. It's like the crazy mistake. Like, what is the crazy mistake that an introvert entrepreneur can make while creating an online course? That's my intention over here. One. Second, I want to battle myself and come out of the world of perfectionism. It's like I don't want to be perfect. I want to be as imperfect as I am. It's like that's who I am. Point number two is like not good enough. It's like a disease. One of the members that I used to coach, he said, Fazal, we in the other world, we it's like I'm talking about something other than all the other world than entrepreneur worlds, like the working world, the corporate world. Like that. Perfectionism is like a disease, is what he said. And I'm like, I can agree to him because it's like you need to get 100 marks. You need to get 100 marks. If you get 93 marks, people are going to say, why did you not get 7 more marks? People are going to say that you actually got 73 marks. And that's a conditioning that we've been done over a period of time. Like, okay, why did you lost 7 marks? You could have done that. You have the potential. You have the caliber. You're study smart. But they don't see that you actually made it all the way to 93. 93 is one of the coolest metric that you can measure. Like, okay, I'm not perfect. I don't have to. I'm not an angel. I'm a human being. I'm going to make a mistakes. I've made 1,000 mistakes. I'm going to make 1,000 mistakes. I'm going to learn from it, grow from it, explore it, and that's who I am. Not getting into perfection. Look, we test, we fail, we succeed. We test again, we succeed, we fail. We test again, we fail, we succeed. We test again, we succeed, we fail. It's like the whole process. Mistake number four. Mistake number four is the self imposter syndrome. And there are a lot of people have covered thousands of videos that have been created on this channel, not on this channel, on YouTube, where we talk about where people have spoken about imposter syndrome, where people have written blogs on imposter. There are courses on imposter syndrome. There are like great things happening on imposter syndrome. My definition is you are just clouded with a lot of things like fear, anxiety, like stress, and two things. Either that imposter syndrome is clouding you because of your past or your future. Your past or your future. That's where the depression stays. That's where the anxiety stays. You shut them out and think about it. Okay, I am going to do it, or I have learned something today, and I'm going to add value to the people who doesn't have this knowledge that I've got. I am very grateful and very blessed to be learning what I've learned today. And there are 1,000 other people who don't know what I've learned. What I'm going to do is this course that I'm creating for the people who are in desperate need or want I have learned today. The moment you have this thought, forget about imposter syndrome. You'll forget about the depression part of it. You'll forget about the stress from the future. You'll forget about the anxiety from the future. You'll not start feeling anxious. You are just focusing on the person who doesn't have the knowledge that you've got, who doesn't have the awareness of that particular topic that you have got. You are very blessed. You are very, very, very grateful to have what you have learned today. It's like, okay, I'm going to create a content out of this. I'm going to create the course out of it and give it to the people who are in desperate need. Remember this one word, DN, desperate need. That brings us to the conclusion of this one cool video, crazy creation loop, learning loop, perfectionism, and the imposter syndrome. Thank you so much. 4 steps, or was it one more? There are only 4 steps. I wrote it five. I'm going to change it. 4 steps. Thank you so much for making this video topic and me a part of it. I'm going to see you in another cool, exciting video very soon.
كي تستريح وبث الدعاء الخفي الصريح يسعك الفضاء الرحيم.